Welcome back everyone to our Pokemon Heart and Soul Nuzlocke series. Hopefully everyone is having an amazing day whenever you're watching. So to start off this video, I decided to hit the level cap with a grinding montage. So if you want to skip to see the rest of the video, just click on that timestamp up above. I'll get back to you guys right after this montage. So with the grinding out the way, everyone is at level 45 now, and I did decide to swap out some members for some different Pokemon. I mainly decided to add Gengar instead of training up my Kadabra because this Gengar is a timid nature and it can learn Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is much better than Shockwave on my Kadabra, and it's faster than Kadabra because of the timid nature. I did take out Politoed in favor of Kingdra because Kingdra only has the dragon type weakness. And then I wanted to add an Arcanine instead of Crobat because Arcanine is just cool and I rarely get to use one. So those are the changes on the team. And during the grinding montage, I did manage to find a shiny Furret. I did find a shiny Furret before while playing Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver back in 2018, 2019. So seeing another shiny ferret was really nostalgic. It brought back some good memories, and I can't wait to maybe use this ferret in this playthrough. We'll see how things go. But right now, the main reason I did want to get everyone up to the level cap is because we're going to take on Team Rocket, and in doing so, we'll be fighting a lot of grunts and all the admins. And since this is an improved ROM hack, I'm expecting the admins to have really strong teams for their final appearance in this story. So I hope that I'm fully equipped to take all of them on. And speaking of Team Rocket boss battles, I don't know if this ROM hack includes the secret Giovanni fight that was in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, albeit that was an event, so I'm not sure if that would be included in this, but I really hope so because I do want to eventually find and fight Giovanni. When Heart Gold and Soul Silver first came out, I missed that event because at the time I was a kid and my parents didn't want to drive me to GameStop just for some video game stuff, which is understandable, but I really do hope that I get to find and fight him in this game. They did include the Celebi event, so I have high hopes for that, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now, I'm mainly just trying to clear the radio tower, and the first admin fight is Petrol, and his team. I was expecting it to be much harder than it is right now, at least having fully evolved Pokemon, even if like they're cheated in and have very low levels for their evolution. But he wasn't really much of any trouble, so going forward I did expect the rest of the admins to be pushovers. And a little spoiler, I was very wrong. My team really did take a beating later on in this episode, but with that aside, right now we're just going to the underground now that we have the basement key. And I did forget about this rival fight. It's been a while since I played through Johto all the way. And this is the second Pupitar I've seen this episode, so I can't wait until the rival finally has a Tyranitar so he can be more of a challenge. But his team, I feel like it's much weaker compared to its canon counterpart. Executor and Octillery are pretty easy to take out, and I did expect him to have slightly higher levels by now, considering we're already at 7 badges. But I can't wait to finally get the 8th badge and I guess max out the level cap, because I'm guessing that by then the level cap would be like 55, so we could finally get a Dragonite in the Dragon's Den. I probably will try to use a repel trick just to force a Dratini encounter, but after this rival fight, the rest is just grunts that we fight in the basement so we could obtain the card key to unlock the other rooms in the radio tower to fight the admins. Nothing much of interest happens during these grunt fights. Gengar pretty much takes out everybody with Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball, and if I need to switch out because of low HP, anybody else can take out these Pokemon pretty easily. I haven't EV trained none of these Pokemon because I've just been level grinding mindlessly, so they probably have really subpar EVs, but that's fine. That just adds to the like blind challenge, I guess, because the opponent Pokemon, I do know they do have specific EVs for difficulty, but it's tied to a difficulty curve. So the farther along we get into the game, the more IVs and EVs the opponent Pokemon have. So maybe down the line we might have to EV train. But that's a problem for another day. We could do that during another grinding montage. Um, Now we get to the final stretch of the underground, and it's really just talking to the chairman that's been kidnapped. He gives us a card key, and then we talk to the karate guys, and they move boulders with their machoke so we can get some nice special items. Most of these items I will end up just selling because I think one of them was like a max revive or a max ether, and I never end up using these items at all, so that's just free money, so we can trade it for coins to obtain one of the final TMs from the game corner after this Team Rocket side quest, and that TM is Psychic. I wish I had enough money to get Psychic before this Team Rocket takeover side plot, because it would have been really useful to take on these poison types, but that's fine. Our team has some pretty decent coverage. And while recording this, I was watching the Pokemon TV channel YouTube videos that they've been uploading, and right now they're at the advanced generation part of the Hoenn story. And in the latest episode, Brock's Lombre evolves into Ludicolo, and I remember as a kid that being one of my favorite episodes besides the Illumise and Volby episode. And it's so hilarious because at the end of the episode, when Lombre evolves, he's no longer a nonchalant type of Pokemon. He becomes a very jolly Ludicolo, and he gets his heart broken by a Mawile. And the still images, when you pause once he gets heartbroken, is just so hilarious. It's just a Ludicolo with a gaping mouth looking heartbroken. But yeah, as I've been level grinding and taking on the battle frontier, I've been playing those episodes on in the background, and it's just a really nice wave of nostalgia because I did grow up watching the Generation 3 Pokemon anime. I was born around the time that the first generation anime was pretty much wrapping up, and I don't really have recollection of the Generation 2 anime episodes besides the ones I had on VHS. But Generation 3, I was there from start to finish. Same with Generation 4. It wasn't until Generation 5 when I stopped watching the anime, but eventually later on down the line I did catch up on everything. But yeah, now we're here at the final admin fight, and this Porygon Z has been getting extremely lucky with its status effects. First off, Arcanine got paralyzed, Scizor got frozen, Nidoqueen got burned, and then since it hit so hard, I couldn't safely switch out, and that led to the death of my Gengar. And here again I got paralyzed, which is really annoying because it's not letting me switch in safely, and the times that I am able to switch out, I probably just die, and that led to the death of Arcanine. Here I was really hoping to play around and predict its next moves, but Nidoqueen died, and thankfully Scizor pulled through right here with Houndoom and Tauros. But again, my team took a really bad beating, so I was playing it very on edge. And then Scizor died too. Thankfully Meganium came in to clean up, but right here Meganium, our starter, died to a Slowbro, and if it wasn't for this paralysis, we would have beat this Team Rocket admin. That Porygon got super lucky in the beginning, and if it wasn't for that, we'd still have our original team. So next episode we'll start off with another grinding montage, and we will be trading up a new team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have nothing else to share with you guys, so have a great rest of your day, and thank you.